Hello and welcome back everyone, and today I have another video going over another champion's top moments. This video's champion is none other than Devin. First making his MTV appearance on Are You The One, he used his puzzle solving skills to help his cast win that prize fund, and then he made his challenge debut on Rivals 3. I selected what I deemed Devin's top 5 moments in his challenge career so far. If you don't agree with this list, don't get angry. Just let me know down in the comment section below how you would arrange this list, or if there was a moment that I didn't mention in the top 5 that you feel is top 5 worthy for Devin. Let me know down in the comment section below and why. Now, before we get to the top 5 moments, let's start with some honorable mentions, the first of which being his adversion to the Big Brother Alliance in season 36.
Big Brother sucks! Who said that?
On Double Agents, Devin was making his return after quite a few seasons hiatus. He wasted no time trying to cause drama, especially with Josh, Fessel, Casey, and the rest of the Big Brother Alliance by screaming his one catchphrase over the season that really resonated with a lot of the challenge audience.
Big Brother sucks!
Unfortunately, this rivalry between Devin and the Big Brother Alliance only lasted for one season. Oh, but how good and cathartic was that one season for us. Some other moments that just barely missed making the top 5. We have his first elimination win in season 38, You Move, I Move, where Devin and Tori won an elimination by playing a supersized puzzle of Devin's own coffee table. But they did a great job working with each other, and if it was a closer race between them and Sam and Kayla, maybe this would have made it into the top 5, as well as Devin memorizing the full number puzzle at the end of season 37's final.
Locked in.
Now let's get into the top 5, and starting at number 5, we're gonna stay in season 37 where Devin wins in the triple threat elimination. Emmanuel was going into elimination looking up at all the possible players he could have chosen to go against, and he decided to go up against Devin. The bad news for Emmanuel is that they would be playing the triple threat elimination, which is having to solve 3 puzzles. The first person to solve all 3 puzzles would win, stay in the game, and go to the final. I feel once TJ explained that the elimination was going to be all puzzle based, everybody just expected Devin to absolutely mop the floor with Emmanuel. The thing is here, Emmanuel got off to an early lead. The first puzzle was like a color Sudoku, and Emmanuel was able to solve this really quickly compared to Devin. Devin was having a really tough time with this one. However, the second puzzle had to deal with numbers, and Emmanuel froze. The second puzzle is a puzzle that we've seen on the challenge quite a bit before, but Emmanuel, who hails from Romania, probably has never seen a puzzle like this before this elimination. His struggles on this second puzzle really left the door wide open for Devin to solve the first puzzle. He easily glided past the second one, getting to the third puzzle. I honestly believe this elimination wouldn't have been even close if Tori had not given Emmanuel basically the answer, allowing him to solve the second puzzle and get to the third puzzle, making it a nail biter between the 2 contestants. I almost think that this could have been luck. Emmanuel looked to be only 1 gem away from sending Devin home, but Devin was able to solve this puzzle, lock in the win, sending Emmanuel home. This elimination was closer than I thought it would be, but given the facts it was an all-puzzle elimination, Devin was going up against a rookie, and Tori giving Emmanuel the answer to make it closer than it was, I thought that this could be safely ranked at number 5, despite it looking closer than I think it actually was. Devin's number 4 moment comes one season prior in season 36, Double Agents, where he was facing off against Wes in the snapping point elimination. Devin and Nicole were the house vote in episode 3, and the Double Agents of Leroy and Casey were very skeptical of where Wes stood in the game. So they decided to send him into the elimination against his best friend, Devin. The snapping point elimination looked to be a variance of the looper elimination from season 25 Free Agents. When TJ would blow the horn, the men would have to run as fast as they could, weaving in and out of the metal poles, then have to sprint back to try to press a button. Devin and Wes were tethered together, and the closer they got to the button, the slack between them would diminish. This was a battle of inches. Wes would try to dig in the sand to make handholds and footholds for the long haul. After a while, you could see the fight disappear from Wes, and Devin just kept on pushing. This season did not start off well for Wes, as he was nominated to go into the first elimination, possibly to go against CT. Luckily for them, it was a Women's Day, but here he was in episode 3, being pitted against yet another friend in Devin. I think that was hard for Wes to deal with, and knowing that this was Devin's first season back after a long hiatus, I feel like Wes just really didn't have that instinct that wanted to send Devin home. Not trying to take away from Devin's win here, but I think that also plays into a factor. And honestly, a win is a win, and for Devin to get this win over Wes, who some would deem the elimination king of the challenge, is really, really impressive. Now for his top third moment in his challenge career, we have to go all the way back to season 28, his rookie season in Rivals 3, where Devin and Cheyenne were able to stay out of elimination by picking white skulls every single time. Now, Rivals 3 was a very interesting season for Devin. He came in paired with Cheyenne, his rival from Are You the One? As rookies, they were targeted early, picked a bad skull, and was eliminated in episode 1. They had some really bad luck to start off the season, but after that moment, their luck would change. Due to how many disqualifications and quits on Rivals 3, the pair was brought back for a second chance. Devin and Cheyenne found themselves in the draw every single episode starting from episode 7, but they never saw an elimination given their crazy luck of picking white skulls. And I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this right now wondering how it could have one of Devin's top 3 moments in the challenge be all about luck based. And I'm not a mathematician, I don't know the probability of him and Cheyenne being able to go into every single draw, yet never see another elimination. But I have to think that that is rather impressive that they found themselves so close of seeing another elimination, possibly being eliminated from the season for a second time, yet was safe no matter what. To me, it was very interesting to watch. It was very lucky, but also rather impressive. Time for number 2 on this list, and we're going to season 31, Vendettas, where we have Devin facing off against Johnny Bananas in the not so bright elimination. Now there was a heated rivalry between Devin and Johnny Bananas, stemming all the way back to Devin's rookie season in season 28 Rivals 3. And by season 31, Devin was chomping at the bit to take on the Banana Man one-on-one. At one point, somewhere midway through the season, Devin found himself going into the elimination, and he desperately wanted to take on Johnny Bananas. The problem here is that 2 of the 3 people that made up the Troika were some of Johnny's best friends, Zach and Tony. I mean, Tony and Bananas were so close with each other that at one point on this season, Tony alluded to the fact that he was Pippin to Johnny Bananas' Michael Jordan.
I'm Scottie Pippen. If y'all are trying to come at Michael, that's not okay.
But that wasn't going to stop Devin here. He knew he needed to do something big. He needed to put a target on Bananas' back, so he started a rumor that Bananas and Kaylee had made out behind Nelson and Natalie's back. He stirred up the drama, he manipulated the house, and it worked. It caused so much drama in the house, it put Johnny in the hot seat. To put the cherry on top, Devin then kept on putting out the narrative that Tony was living in Bananas' shadow. This all accumulated into the perfect storm. By the time they got to the elimination ring, Tony was willing to say Bananas' name.
Bananas, my vote's for you.
Locking up one of the biggest blindsides in challenge history. And he put a lot of faith in Devin to take care of business and to send the Banana Man home. The not so bright elimination was basically a giant light bright in the middle of the elimination ring, and the player to get all of his lights turned on would win the game. This isn't your traditional puzzle, but it did come down to strategy, and compared to Bananas, Devin had the best strategy. He was very methodical, efficient, and attentive to detail, to the point where Devin was able to send his biggest rival at the time home. And the number 1 Devin challenge moment, no surprise here, is his win in season 38, Ride or Dies. Now, season 38 did not start off well for Tori and Devin, as they had a small stumble going into the first elimination, But like I mentioned earlier, they won with ease. They really didn't have much to worry about given their social ties and how strong of a team and duo that they were. The biggest hurdle that they had to overcome was Jordan coming into the challenge house, and then that stirred up some drama and a little bit of chaos for Tori. But with Devin by her side, being there to be a soundboard, they were well insulated. They were able to stay one of the most consistent teams on the season, and once they made it into the final, they were the most consistent team by far. With a 100-hour final, Tori and Devin wanted to stay up near the top of the pack, but they knew they couldn't go too hard too fast. So they paced themselves and they turned it up a gear when they needed to. And that happened late into the final, where they won the corn maze race, staying out of the mid-final elimination. Then once it was a head-to-head battle between them and Johnny Bananas and Nani, they just stayed steady. Kind of like what I mentioned with the not so bright elimination, having the strategy of being efficient but attentive to detail. That's what ultimately was the deciding factor in this final stage of the final. They were able to do the cinder block puzzle without messing up, unlike Johnny and Nani. That was the difference that was needed to lock in this win and become a challenge champion. For a while, I was going back and forth between the win in season 38 or him winning against Bananas as being the top moment of Devin's career. But when it came down to it, it's just hard to surpass a challenge win. Getting that challenge win and challenge champion title that he had been wanting for so long, ever since starting this challenge journey, was the deciding factor to put this number one. But that is it for this video. What do you think about this list? Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you agree with my list? Do you disagree with my list? What do you think about Devin as a challenger and a champion? Let me know anything and everything down in the comment section below. I want to give a special shout out thank you to everyone who supports me over at patreon.com/angelcakevids. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to everyone who is watching this video up to this point. I'll be back really soon with more challenge top moments, more challenge content, more content in general. But until then, peace.